4. On number 3, I said I'd tell you about the t-shirt. Well, this is, what is it? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio. We did a large group there once because the organization wanted to reward their people flying from all over the United States so they could do something fun in the evening, and so we had it in the setting. Indeed, very exciting place, wonderful, large room, mission accomplished. People really enjoyed the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, also I mentioned at the end of last one about measurement. I was kind of cynical. Well, Kathy Dannemiller says, if you need to measure, evaluate, you just failed. Because we're talking about transformation. It should be so obvious, so evident, that it is so exponential, it is so magical. There should be no question. The CEO just knows, yes, great, keep it going. We don't have to spend any time and money on evaluation and measurement. My God, over at 3M here, they darn near broke the company, spending all their money measuring their Six Sigma. Okay? They spent millions measuring their Six Sigma to try to justify it, to keep it going. Finally, a new CEO came in and says, get rid of it. They got rid of it. The culture has come back to 3M now after some guy came from another organization and decided, okay, we're going to go cut 10% of our people every year, the bad ones. Okay, so here we go. Talking about TORI. Trust, openness, realization, interdependence. The opposite is fear, closed behavior, imposition, dependence. Of course, the bridge between fear and trust is risk. You got to take risks. Okay, Jack was big on risk-taking. So, I'm going to talk about the low production focus of the negative sides of the TORI model. First, fear. When you have fear, you have role differentiation. And you have actually programmed use of fear from management to control what's going on. And there is people feel frozen. And when they feel frozen, they're not open. You know, I remember one large organization, it took us a day with the design team to put their toe in the water. I'm with this group of people from around the entire system. Can I trust them? Can I be open? If somebody's going to tell somebody something, am I going to get fired? They tested for a whole day whether they could be open. We got them open. That's why you got to have residential stuff with a design team, because they have to go through their own transformation. They have to believe that change can happen. And so after fear comes closed behavior. Closed behavior is the opposite of open behavior. And here, what happens is the management uses covert strategies to manipulate. And I remember one client saying, what happens around this organization for the last 50 years that I've been here is we leave our brains at the door. We don't think. We just say, yes, sir, what do you want us to do? Thank you. Be nice. Then they go off and they do their own thing, do which is what they want. Okay? This is a big issue in Southeast Asia. Big issue. You know? Management fears, controls. They're autocrats. Hey, Southeast Asia, if you're going to make it into the future, especially the smaller countries, if you're going to keep up with China, And if you're going to keep up with India, you better get into the TORI culture. Now, when you have imposition, or the opposite of realization, you get manipulation of rewards, pay, external rewards, or extrinsic rewards. You get, status becomes important. Approval becomes important. Yes, sir, before you move. And there's power. All kinds of dysfunctional power dynamics. Trust me, I've seen it in 1,000 organizations. And so, when there's imposition, you're really dealing with efficiency and not effectiveness. Big difference. Efficiency is doing it fast. Effectiveness is doing it right. And change management is stuck right here. They're not about effectiveness. They're not about holistic. They're about just controlling stuff and getting it done right now. Who cares if it's important or not? I said someplace else, top management research, Ron Kohler, my buddy, just did his doctoral thesis in OD, and Kathy Dannemiller's work. He was one of the closest people to her. He says that, I don't remember what it is, 40, 50% of the sponsorship in change management is not valid. They don't believe it. They just say, yeah, go ahead. We'll sponsor you. We don't believe it. We don't care. Next point. The opposite of interdependency is dependency. And this is where you have rules and controls over organization. You have bureaucracy. You have segmented boundaries. What WST does, it breaks down the boundaries of the organization. Something that Samsung wants to do worldwide from Korea. Okay? In a dependent organization, you have assembly line orientation. And the management of control comes from the top. In Russia, my God, there's 150,000 people in the organization. This person has an open line to Putin. Okay? This person runs the whole show. The one executive. How does he know what's going on with the customer down in the organization? He doesn't. But people obey because they may lose their job. So dependence is opposite of interdependence. So let's summarize. Imagine trust, fear below, open behavior, closed behavior before. Trust leads to open behavior. You go this way. And then open behavior leads to self-realization. The opposite of self-realization is imposition. Okay? Imposition causes dependency. The opposite of dependency is interdependency. We want the organization to select those relationships and the dependencies, the interdependencies that are most relevant for them. Then we get an effective, high-performing organization. An organization that's needed to move into the future. So, next video, 5, will be on Kathy Dannemiller's 4 points that she takes from Jack Gibb that underpin all of her work. 4 dimensions of groups: the membership, the decision-making, goal setting or goal direction, and control. We'll talk about those in the next one. Cheerio.